browser security part, which I was working on. And we will do a browser security report, which is browser security 2011. It will go for review to all of the participants so that they know that they're on record. And then we'll release it. It'll be a guideline on where we are and what the pressing issues are.
That's awesome. Can you mention your story about the authors of the...
That's what I just read.
Yeah, okay, so there's a book called Web Application Obfuscation. And a few of the guys were mentioned, but the authors, the four authors, Gareth Hayes, David Lindsay, Eduardo Villanava, and Mario Heidrich, they have never met all the four of them in person before the summit. So now they finally got to meet, and of course they signed my copies.
So the thing I really would like to do is, I have, and I think we all have, a big thank you to give, especially to John Bennett, because he was the first one to understood and believe in the summit. And that's why his track was so successful. Because John, from the first time we started spreading ideas about the summit, he immediately started planning for this. And in fact, that's why we had Mozilla jumping in. And in fact, the summit in some ways existed because early on we already had a very solid base, because we already had a very solid browser security, not just some OWASP guys at some meetings in the corner. So again, I think what's really important for the next one is for more people to do what he did. Because, you know, like when you complain about developers, I completely agree. And actually, we invited just about everybody we can think of, right? The list of people we actually reach out, and Jim's one of the guys who did a lot of that. You know, it was pretty spectacular. I think the problem is we didn't have a good forum for them to come. And what John did was he first created an environment, something that was warm and fuzzy for those guys to come, and they all came. And I don't think we had that at this summit. I think there was a developer. I was talking to developers, and I was struggling to make the business case for them to come here, where you don't have the problem, because you first build an ecosystem for them to be productive. So I think we need to leverage that, because now we have an example, and the quotes like that, hey, you might even meet people that in your own organization that you haven't met before, I think is really key, because it would be amazing if next time we have developers from Spring,